Hey, hope you're good. So today we are talking forex trading. We'll be looking at like what is forex, what moves it, why people trade it, pros and cons, the 90-10 rule, the common mistakes, trading psychology, and how to master it, and obviously, last but not least, how to start. So what is forex? Forex is a short for foreign exchange. We are exchanging currencies. If you look at my screen, there's EUR/USD. It means that I am exchanging euro for dollar or dollar for euro, right? They work in pairs. So meaning, if I look at euro and I'm like, okay, euro is gonna be strong this week, which is a currency for euro. So if I say euro is gonna be strong, and I look at dollar, I'm like, dollar is gonna be weak. Then what happens? I'm saying that, okay, I'm going to buy this currency pair. Remember, when you are buying, which means you're saying the one on the left is gonna be stronger than the one on the right. But if, let's say, you are saying USD is gonna be stronger than euro, what do? You sell. When you sell, you do the opposite of buying, which means now the one on the right becomes stronger than the one on the left. So that's how it works. What moves the forex market? It's a lot of things. We're talking about any report, interest rate. When the president speaks, if they talk positive about the country, then that's where it makes now the forex chart start moving, which means now they see something positive about the country. They start buying into that currency becomes stronger. You're talking about earthquakes, natural disasters, earthquakes. You get what I'm saying? Like heavy rains, things that causes damages. Unfortunately, those are the ones that makes the currency of the country look bad. So any good thing that happens, let me put it that way, any good thing that happens in the country makes the country look good. And forex traders are investing in it. Anything that makes it look bad, forex traders are pulling out of it. Because now, obviously, the currency is going to drop. Why people trade forex? Forex is available 24 hours, Monday to Friday. You wake up at 3 a.m., it's moving. It's accessible. It's famous. A lot of people know about it. And you can make a lot of money. That's why people are trading forex. What are pros and cons of forex trading? You can make, just like I said, you can make a lot of money or you can lose a lot of money. And you don't need a lot of money to start trading. From as less $10, sometimes even $5, less than $200 in terms of rent, you can start trading. So yeah. So what is that forex 90-10 rule in forex trading? It's funny and it is true. I think it's a fact. It says 90% of traders will lose 90% of their account in their first 90 days. Do you want me to repeat it again? 90% of traders will lose 90% of their account in the first 90 days. That means that in your first 90 days of trading, you'll lose 90% of your account. Most of the time, it's even 100%, you end up blowing your account. That's why it's very good to start very low, deposit $10, or look for brokers that allows a deposit of $5. Start very low. Common mistake that beginner traders make. Very, very, very common. Thinking that you're gonna make money, thinking about being rich. That's a very, very bad mistake. Because if you're thinking about get rich quick schemes, unfortunately you're in the wrong place. You'll be miserable. Going to YouTube and you see this young boy has made millions of rand. He's living, he's he's bought Maserati, he's living in one of the expensive apartments and thinking that they've done it through Forex. Majority of them, they sell courses. So obviously, once you start seeing somebody with driving Maserati or Ferraris, you start going to them, you say, how did you do it? And they say, no, here's the course. And let me tell you something, do not buy the course from those guys, because that information is there on the internet and it's for free. Do not rush to make money. Allow the learning process to take its course. So probably minimum, you're not gonna learn how to trade within a few months. You're not gonna, trading doesn't mean that when you're clicking a buy, you're not a Forex trader. You're gonna start making profit probably after a year or 2 years, depending on how much time you put in. Right? Do not look for shortcuts. If you try to look for shortcuts, unfortunately, you're gonna come back miserable. You're gonna lose all your money. Do not rush. Those flashy lifestyles that you see on Instagram, on YouTube, 90% of them, they are lies. You see somebody making money all the time. This person is always, there's no Master Forex. Nobody's gonna make money all the time. Ain't no way. Those guys, when they lose money, they don't post. They only post when they make money. Take it as like a company, right? It only posts, or it only see it on the news when they make money. They only publish their results only when they make money. But when they don't make profit, they don't post. That's how those guys work. They only post when they make money. And in order for you to find out if they're making money, it's after you bought the course. They also go as far as selling signals. They call them Forex signals. Forex signal is just a suggestion to say, okay, based on my analysis, dollar is gonna go up. And then you send it to people, and then they will buy dollar. If dollar doesn't go up, unfortunately they lose their money. But the person who sent the signal, since obviously they sell the signals, they've made money. By what? By you buying that signal. Whether the signal is gonna make you profit or not, it's not their problem. You bought their signal. So a lot of them, they've got Telegram groups. A lot of them also have got WhatsApp groups. So most of them, they are not making money. They're making money through selling you a dream. So my advice to you, if you want to embark in Forex, go to YouTube, learn. Go to the internet, research, and understand this is not an easy path. And master it until you make your first profit. Make sure to do not buy anything. Do not buy anything. So yeah. Trading psychology, that's very hard. That's the hardest part of trading. Being able to stick to the plan. Being able to say, okay, per week I'm only trading once. And do it. Being able to say that if I lose money this week, that means it's not a good week. I did not do proper analysis. I'll come again next week and trade. Most of traders, they end up revenge trading. You know this thing of after you lose money, when I get it back now. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. So you need to master trading psychology. You need to make sure that you've got your A game. You need to practice that. You got to be disciplined. So sometimes you'll find a lot of groups in Facebook. They'll be posting, certain things happening, and then you feel like you're missing out. Do not fall in that FOMO. You got to stick to the plan. You got to be disciplined. This will determine how far you can go in terms of, your discipline. This will determine how far you can go in terms of Forex. How to master Forex? First thing first, you got to learn Forex. You got to learn how to trade Forex. You got to learn how to analyze chart, right? You also have to be wary of the news. They call them fundamentals. They call them fundamental analysis. Right? You got to learn how to read the charts. They call them technical analysis. And then the other one is sentiment analysis, which means like this, we're talking about the forecast. Right? Once you start having the three, once you master the three, then number two, you're looking at like the one that we just mentioned now, trading psychology. Sticking to the plan. You gotta have a plan. You don't just trade, you gotta have a plan. Then once you have a plan, you also have a setup. For example, if you go to your chart and you see that, okay, dollar is way too high, that it will continue to go high, it will sell. You also need to do another analysis of the weaker currency or the stronger currency that's gonna drop the dollar. Then once you are done with that, then you trade. You gotta have it, just like I said, you gotta have a plan. You gotta write down your plan. I think once you start knowing how to do fundamental analysis and technical analysis, you'll have that plan and you need to stick to it. The last thing to do now, you need to have a journal. A journal is gonna be a documentation of your trades. This is what I've seen. I've traded. These are the results. Once you have that, then it's gonna be easy for you to master Forex and become profitable. So how to start? You will need a broker, right? The broker that I'm using is Exness. And just like I said, there are a lot of brokers. You can choose using your own. Like you can look for your own, right? But the one that I use is Exness. The one that I'm using for technical analysis to see the chart, the Forex chart, is TradeView. And you can also find your own. The one that I'm using for fundamentals is investing.com. You take the news. That's the one that I use. If you want to learn how to trade, I recommend using babypips. You got free course from beginner to advanced, free. But it's up to you. You can look for your own course somewhere, or you can pay if you got a lot of money. It's up to you. So I'm gonna leave the links on my description for all the four. Thank you for taking your time in watching this video. So if you are still new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe and share as well. Please do not be afraid to leave your comments below if you feel like you need clarity or there's a topic that you want me to cover. And in my next video, I'll be talking about commodities. So stay tuned and then I'll be uploading soon.